Many thanks for joining us yet again right here on Ignite Your Blue, where we make sense of blue. To us, blue is fearless, blue is self-confidence, blue is self-belief, blue is opportunity, and indeed blue is growth. Today we have a special guest, one that everybody at Stanbic Bank gets to stun. Ever since she was just a girl, she moved on to being a universal banker, to being a branch manager, to being a regional this and regional that. 36 years in the business. It's such an honor to have you, Madam Pauline.
Thank you very much.
Ochikolo otia.
First and foremost, I thank God for the gift of life and for the time I've been with this great institution. Like you said, I started as a young youth in this great institution under the Uganda Commercial Bank. I've grown through the years. Actually, it's been God, because a number of my friends have left before the years I've worked, those that we worked with.
Yeah.
This organization has given me a lot of training. It has taken me through a lot of courses in terms, and has given me a lot of responsibilities. So I've grown through all the ranks, right from the time when I was a teller. I became a branch manager in Branch Manager PG, Mukono branch, Garden City, corporate branch, then a Forest Mall.
Yes.
And right now, as we speak, I am the manager operations agent banking. After Forest Mall, I was manager service, Central Region, and manager operations. Then later, I joined the agent banking unit where I'm seated right now.
Yo. That is such a remarkable journey that you've had.
Yes, thank you.
To be where you are, obviously, it's been God from day one, but you've had to make some bold, steps for you to make those bold moves from being just a teller to where you are today. How has the journey been for you?
It has had its challenges. Yeah, there are those times when you have tough managers, tough leaders that are not going to give you the time to see that you go through what you have to go through, but they wanted results. So I had to make sure I give it my best. Where I was not sure, I could consult. I had to make sure that I give it all that I had. I said I must make it, and this is where I am. I've had a lot of support from the past leaders and present leaders. My family has been very supportive. And of course, some of my friends have also supported me and say, Pauline, you can make it. I said I must make it up to my retirement. I recall one of the times, maybe what I didn't mention about is that I joined this institution under the former Uganda Commercial Bank.
Yes.
And then it transitioned to Stanbic Bank. When Stanbic Bank took over, they gave us certain statements where they indicated the day you will retire.
Yeah.
And when I looked at 2025, 17th July, I told myself, I said, these people must be joking. It's too far from now. These are almost 20 years from now. Will I really make it? And here we are. I just have 7 months to close off this.
I mean, what made you stay with Stanbic Bank for all those years? Like you said, your friends came and went, but you stayed there.
This institution has really been a very good one. I've had those leaders that really had a lot of trust in me. I remember when I was manager Forest Mall. By the way, Forest Mall was my idea.
Yeah.
The bank introduced a great ideas box. We had a branch for the corporate customers, corporate branch that was serving the CIB customers. We had a unit or a branch that was serving the personal executive banking clients, but we didn't have a branch for the business segment.
Yeah.
So when this great ideas box was introduced as manager corporate, I wrote this idea and I said, by the way, can't we get a branch that will serve the business customers? Because many of these are giving us a lot of revenue.
Yeah.
The idea was taken up. I was actually awarded for that idea. So what the bank did, was to look for a place where
Yes.
they could put the branch, and that the branch is at Forest Mall, and I had to leave corporate branch and go and start Forest Mall. So it was my idea, and I'm happy that I am with it. So from that time, many of the leaders kept looking at me as a person they really trusted.
Yeah.
One of the things that have really driven me, the values of this bank are very, very great. We have values like integrity. In any financial institution, integrity is key. And I keep telling people, even if you're not working for a bank, once someone assigns you a duty or responsibility, let integrity be the first thing that you should carry along with you. Respecting one another. We've had leaders where I'm seated, I'm almost retiring. But my leader, my boss, is way younger than me. But I respect him. And that thing has really worked for me. It's not like because I'm going the next day that I would disrespect him. So once you have integrity and you have this, that the customer is king, you serve the customer. I had so many customers awarding me and complimenting me for so many things. They would write to my leaders that, yes, Pauline is serving us so well. And I got so many awards from the bank. And actually, I won a Service Excellence Award in 2016, Mark of Excellence Award. And in that time, I was given an honor. We traveled to the Netherlands and Dubai with my partner. So it was something that, with all that, all the recognitions I've received, I said, I don't think there's any other bank. Serving our customers is another thing that whenever we come to the bank, we know that we've come to serve a customer. And that's the reason we exist in this bank. So those are some of the things that have really, really carried on along. And of course, I've asked for the grace of God to go with me, because it's not an easy thing. Sometimes you might even pray and something comes up. I've also been implicated in some of the incidents, but luckily for me, I managed to escape them because I followed procedure. We are guided by procedures. We have very strong procedures that are reviewed almost every month, every year. These procedures guide us on how to follow our day-to-day actions. So those procedures have guided me, they've supported me. I've had very strong leaders that have supported me, past and present, and this is what has kept me going to this day.
Nice. I mean, it's important to know that integrity is one of the key things you've been able to learn along the way. Especially, when you're dealing with money, you can always be feeling some type of way in the economy. But then again, for everything that you've been able to achieve, you've been celebrated. You've been, moved from one role to another. One would say you've literally reached your ultimate goal in life. Do you think so?
I think I have. When I look at my growth path, it's like a curve. Okay, I started from the corner. You know how a curve is?
Yes.
From the corner, I've grown. You reach a certain point and you're here. And you feel, yes, I've actually reached.
Yes.
Then when you get to your late 50s, to your late 50s, you tone down. I'm actually toning down. I want other people to emulate me. I want to start giving my leadership, whatever I'm doing, to other people to also take over. Because if the people before us didn't hand over, maybe we wouldn't be where we are. Like I said, where I joined in the Uganda Commercial Bank, and we transitioned to Stanbic Bank, where I was at that time. I was in Stanbic and PG branch. The regional manager then, Mr. Paul Musoke, said, Pauline, you can be a branch manager. And I looked at him and I said, you must be joking. How can I be a branch manager? In UCB, those things were not there. There was no way they couldn't just entrust you to be a branch manager. And he said, no, you're going to do it. He really had that in him, that I will manage. I took it on. I prayed about it. I talked to my husband. I talked to my family, my sisters and my brothers, and they said, go give it a try. I started in Mpigi. I was later transferred to Mukono, from Mukono to Garden City. Garden City was a little bit tricky. Mpigi and Mukono are in those district branches, were districts. That's not, the customers are not very complex. When I came to Garden City, it was a little bit complex, but I managed the clientele there. The first thing you have to know, what does the customer want? Listen to the customer and then solution for them. From Garden City, I was just there for about 11 months. Corporate branch fell vacant, and I was taken there to be the branch manager in corporate branch. So I managed corporate branch for about 3 years. Then Forest Mall was later opened, and I was taken to Forest Mall. Like I earlier mentioned, that was my idea of us having a business branch for the business customers. And when it was introduced, I was taken there to be the branch manager there. I had a very big team, but I had very supportive team leaders. The thing that I've used is to bring my team leaders close to me, because when I am not around, it would be good for these team leaders to stand in. The team leaders were very supportive because we had very big teams. I couldn't be everywhere because I had about 8 tellers. I had the customer service side. I had the team that was opening accounts for customers. So you can't be there looking at everyone and seeing what they're doing. But because I had very supportive team leaders, they really did this for me, and we worked together as a team.
Just listening to you makes me wonder, for somebody that has been able to achieve such a long, illustrious career, what would you say, having a mentality of excellence, being able to mold you to becoming who you are today?
There are leaders in this organization that I've really admired, and there are quite a number of leaders, but I will mention some, and special mention goes to these leaders. One is Alex Sutat. She was one woman that I really admired. She would sit in a meeting and raise a point and maybe advise us and take us through what we need to do as managers. She always listened to us, and that inspired me. She always tasked me and gave me quite a number of assignments, and she was very sure that I would do them. She was one of our leaders assigned to Uganda from South Africa. The other one is Mr. Arthur Chiwanuka. He's currently heading our private banking. Arthur was a regional manager, and I was under his support. Arthur really, really encouraged me a lot. At first, I used to fear him, but he was this kind of person that, Pauline, let's work together. Don't worry about me. Don't mind me. He had a very good accent. He has a very good accent. But he was one person that I said, will I manage working with this guy? But Arthur really, really supported me a lot. There is another lady by the names of Miriam Naigembe. She's our head of operations. When I joined agent banking, Miriam was head of alternate channels. And Miriam really, she's a go-getter. She's one person who really, really encouraged me, and I really admired this lady. She was one person that when she had something to do, when she wanted us to do something, she made sure that she supported us up to the end. She's one person that, guys, we need to have this done. We need to go and get this. We must make sure that we do it. And she was with us. She encouraged us a lot, and especially me. I really admired her, and she's one person I emulate up to this day.
Nice. Obviously, we know that blue is growth, and you embody that element and the essence of it all. I'd like to know, how has the bank, ignited the blue in you, especially in preparation for retirement?
First and foremost, we've had a number of trainings in this bank where we've had motivational speakers come to speak to us. We've had quite a number of sessions preparing us for retirement. Right from the time when I was 45, every year we had a session. Then we had the Women's Ignite session, where we had it was close to 9 months. We as women were ignited. We had quite a number of people coming to speak to us. What does it mean to be a woman working in a financial institution? What does it mean to be a woman who is leading, and you're leading men or you're leading big teams? So all these sessions have prepared me. And like I said earlier, that statement when Stanbic had just taken over, that you will retire 17th July 2025. That alone, every year you get that statement. So I kept looking at this statement and I say, the 20 years I was looking at are now coming closer. They are getting closer. So I had quite a number of friends who left earlier, who did early retirement. And when I would speak to them, they would tell me, no, Pauline, don't worry. Come and join us. There's nothing bad out here. You will enjoy your retirement. So I've seen my dad retire. I've seen some of my other friends and aunties and uncles retire who have also worked in this institution, like especially Uganda Commercial Bank. And I said, if people have been out there and they've made it, I'll also make it. So, and I have a daughter, and she's working with Total Energies. She keeps telling me that, Mommy, your days are getting closer. How have you prepared yourself? And I've always told her that, you've always told me you want to retire at 45. What about me, who is above 50? So I'm ready for that. And my husband has also prepared me mentally and said, no, Pauline, it's okay. You have given this organization your best. It's time for you to go and do other things and put your interest elsewhere.
Nice. Thank you so much, Pauline, for igniting the blue for the last 36 years. From being just a girl to being, this phenomenal lady, very polished, very well celebrated. A lot of people who look at your journey, from the time you were being told that the dream of becoming a branch manager, and you are like, you could not see yourself, but you took the bold step. Along the way, you've learned so much. We've seen what your ultimate goal, and we've seen you reach it. And now you're here, and everybody said, you've run a great race. You've been excellent at what you do. To that younger Pauline out there, who is starting out, probably they're afraid, probably they don't know what to do within their career, probably they have reached a peak where they're like, I'm just comfortable with this position that I have. For somebody that has transitioned from one role to another, what would you say to that young girl, to that young boy out there?
I would encourage the people who are still within the bank, especially those that are still in the low positions, not to get discouraged. Go give it your best. Aspire to learn, aspire to grow, because if you do not grow, there is no way you can even you need a salary increase. There's no way you'll get a salary increase when you're just seated in one position. So you need to be hungry to grow. When I just joined, like I said, I didn't know that I would get where I am, but I've seen myself go through the ranks. And there are a number of people who are so hungry that the moment they join the bank, they want to get money so fast.
Today, they don't.
Yes. It's not something that you will definitely do. I don't even advise anybody. Give yourself time, but try as much as you can to be hungry to grow through the ranks. Aspire to be more, not to be where you started from university. I joined as this and I remain here. No, don't be comfortable sitting in one position. Aspire to grow. That's where the world is taking us. Even as we see ourselves, at one time I was 20, I was 30, I was 40, now I'm 50 something. I can't be, if I joined at 20 something, I will be in the same position like I'm at 50. So the trainings, the online trainings, there's quite a lot of reading material that can help these people to grow. So I advise everybody to go for them. Aspire to be someone who is ready to ask. Many people fear asking, and I've seen this. Some people fear their leaders. And one of the things this bank has done is to make sure that the leaders go to the teams below that are lower than them, to make sure that they bring them closer. So there's no reason why one should fear to ask their leader that, how do I do this? Your leader will not think that you're going to take their position. If it is your position, it will definitely come at that time. So let's not be static and remain where we are. Aspire to grow and grow more. Well,
thank you so much, Pauline. For the people that are watching, what's next for you now after this?
Wow.
After 17th July.
After 17th July.
Which also happens to be your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday in advance.
Thank you. I know it will be a great day. I believe it will be a great day for me. And it will be with mixed emotions, of course. You're leaving somewhere where you've been for all these years. Now you're going to start a new life. One of the things I've asked God is that in the last year of my career in this organization is to journey with me in this final year so that we cross together to the new life in retirement. During COVID, I started a bakery I love baking.
Nice.
It's something that I used to do in school right when I was in Mount St. Mary's, Namagunga. And my mom used to bake, so I loved baking. So I said when I grow up, I will do my bakery. But then I found myself in the bank. But I would do some small bakings. I do queen cakes. I do small cakes, not like as a business.
Yeah.
But I kept asking myself, what is it that I can do that's a side hustle? And in the bank, we call it an OBI,
yes.
outside business interest. And you're supposed to declare, and I declared it.
Yes.
So in COVID, during COVID time, because most of the time we were working from home, it opened up gates. Much as people were saying that COVID was bad,
yes.
to some people, it opened us up.
Yeah.
So I put my head together. I talked to some business entrepreneurs, and people guided me that this is how you can start. I started small. Then where I am right now, I do birthday cakes. I do wedding cakes. I do all celebrations. I can do a cake for you. I do queen cakes. So I think after my retirement, I'm going to give this all my time. I'll be there because now that I'm working, it's not easy. I normally do the baking in the night, at night after work, or Saturday and Sunday. If I have a cake order, that's when I attend to this. But after my retirement, I will have all this time to do all this. So I'll continue growing in this business. Definitely, I'm looking for customers, and I call upon you guys.
Yes,
to come.
Within the bank itself, your first customers here. Yeah.
Yes, in the bank, I've done some cakes for some people in the bank, and I continue to request for more orders. And I appreciate the bank, and I thank this great institution for preparing us, especially in terms of saving for the future. So we've had quite a number of people coming to speak to us on how to save, on how to keep our money, and not as you get your salary, eat all of it and finish it, because there is a future for you. So this has really helped us. And when you hear how some of these people tell you that I was once in the bank, I'll give an example of one of the ladies, the company that's doing cleaning for us, Safi.
Yeah. She's
called Safira. This lady worked in Stanbic for a very short time. Then I think she saw it wasn't her thing. She went out and started this cleaning company. So when you listen to some of these people, you say, yes, I can do this. I can do this. So we've seen our people. There are people who have left the bank before retirement, for various reasons that I will not be able to mention. But these people have gone out there and they've started something. So the bank has encouraged us in one way or another. The fact that they request us to declare that you have an outside business interest, as long as you're not doing it within working hours.
Yes.
I think that's enough for us to have a green light. So it has encouraged us, because you see, even after the bank, you will ask yourself that after the bank, how has the bank helped you if you do not have anything that you can think of investing in? Yeah. So personally, I think that's one way that they have motivated us and encouraged us or supported us to grow ourselves even outside the bank.
Well, thank you so much for your service to the bank and for igniting the blue within your family, but also within the banking sector as well.
You're welcome.
Till we meet again, it's goodbye from us.